Hello, welcome back. Today, well, firstly, apologise for the shadows. So, I'm in front of a south-facing window and it's beginning of October and the sun is not sure if it's coming or going. And so every now and then I get a shadow and then the shadow disappears and then it goes lighter and darker. So apologies for that. Ignore this part. But today, I've bought a 12x12 book that just contains plain paper, and what I want to do is gradually fill these pages up, but rather than have the pressure of doing it page by page, and because some of the pages I will cover completely, so I'll need to re-hole, and I want to do the cover, and I don't want to do the cover whilst it's attached. What I'm going to do is take the book apart and then just work on one page at a time. So then there's less pressure of having to deal with a complete book, because we all know what it's like. It's quite daunting to have a whole book, isn't it? A whole blank book to deal with. So I'm just going to go through, I'm going to widen these out. Any noises will be the pup. She's just settling down. She just had her lunch. So we're just going to work on this page. And for today, so it's going to be a scrapbooky, a junk journal type book. And I'll quite possibly will only work on one side of the page. Let's see how it goes on. I could still be working on this in 2 years' time and it could be big and beautiful and lovely. Now, I've gone through some papers that I've got, and I'm just going to start very simply today. I'm just going to rip and stick. So we've got all these different lines of different papers. So the ones I've picked out, I like this up here, and then I like this here. These I thought would be quite quirky. This I absolutely love. Got some lines. I mean, what's not to like about that? That I'm not sure if it quite goes with the rest of it. I'm not sure about that one. What I also thought I might do is at the back here is paint. So I've got some colours here and I thought I could pick, that's quite a good match already, to see if I've got any that would pick up the colours in there. It's quite nice. No. I like this one. Quite similar. And that's nice. It's one of those maybe. Right. So just a quick rip and stick, but I don't know what order. So what I'm going to do is just rip them. Just go in and rip them. Now I don't want any of these to be straight, and they're too long as well, so I need to straighten them, shorten them. And then once we've done that, we can decide which colours are going to go where. Just going to stick them down. I've got some prick stick there, so I'll stick them down with that. Obviously, if I'm going to decide to paint in the background, I will do that before sticking these down, but I just think it would take that white off of the back. Oh, this is so beautiful. Let's go this way so that I've got the name on the bottom still. won't throw away all the spare bits. That's the sort of stuff that some of it I will keep. Like this, certainly. There's no need to throw these big bits away. And then this. Now, if I go for this, no, I think that's a bit too clashy actually, seeing them together. Yeah, I think this is the one. So let's do that. Now, depending on where we go, depends on whether or not I take that top layer off. I really like this colour. Don't know if this one goes at all. That's not all race, so we have plenty of time to figure this out. That come there better because it brings out the white. And stick this at the back, like that. What do we think? I'm going off a bit of it. And they all much the same length. Just take that off of there. So then that gives us more to play with, doesn't it? Because just go. It's only a bit of paper. Oh, you're not going out. You're allowed to mow the lawn. Don't know about that one. But then I feel like I need another line. Stick that down there. Right, let's have a look. Let's stick some of this down. I don't want to do it around the back because that's just a waste. So let's go in here. Put this down. Can go on top of what we've previously used. It's all nice and dry. Let's get a brush. We want thick strokes, don't we? This is the one that was used on the Mod Podge the other day. I did obviously clean it, but right, so one there. Doesn't matter if a bit of white comes through or where it goes. We just want an outline border just to take away from that stark whiteness in the back. What I'll do once I've done this, I'll leave it to dry and then I'll come back to you. Right, so that's all now dried. So let's have a look at what order we're going to put these in. I do like that. I quite like that at the top. Apologies for wobbly table, that is part. Right, let's see what order we want these in. So I don't know if that is too much at the top and whether or not to have it down here. The sun's moved again, obviously. I mean, it doesn't blow me away, but it doesn't annoy me either. What do we think about that? Or do we indeed want that at the top? See, I think it's too dark against the background now to be the leader. Ignore Huffy Puffy in the background, she just come back from a walk. I think that'll do for the first attempt. It's not too jarring. Yeah, I'll just move it down a bit. It's coming out as really rather dark on the screen, but it's not that dark. It's not as dark as it is coming across. Got some embellishments, but I don't know if they would be too jarring on this. Let's see if I can find them. I think they're just down there. Let's have a look. I wasn't intending to put any on, but let's have a look, see what we've got. Not as that image. Too Christmassy. I quite like the Harlequin. The journey is the destination. That's quite nice there. Might live that, mightn't it? Or do we want the Harlequin? Look, so these are my Mind's Eye decorative buttons, collectible by Jen Allison. In case you were wondering, here's the details. There. I think that works. No, just one. It just needs one. Doesn't just need a dot. These are Fiddlesticks Home Pearl Swirls. My mind's eye. Miss Caroline. That one whole string. 3. Just add a bit of texture, and that's it. No more. That is it done, I think. Now, what do you think? For first page, just getting going. Nothing too exciting. Yeah. Lovely. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. And hopefully you'll come back and see me work my way through the book. Like I say, I tend to put some of these in tea if I can find a big enough tray, just to age them, because I don't want to waste inks if I can just use tea bags. That would be a lot more economical. And do all different collages and stuff as well. I've got some stickers I've got that I've printed out myself. I've got some collages I've printed out myself. I have far too many. I'm not buying anything new to do any of this. It's everything that's in my stash, because I've been building up my stash over time, but not had the time to actually sit down and use it. And now is the time to sit down and use it. So hopefully you'll join me soon. For now, goodbye.